안녕하세요. 저는 셀레나이민의 줄리아입니다. 오늘은 저희가 정말 어렵게 모신 포르투갈의 이제 변호사 크리스티나 변호사님을 오늘 이제 한국에 초청을 했는데요. 크리스티나 변호사님은 이제 포르투갈 리스본에 있는 대학교에서 이제 법학을 전공을 하셨고요. 이제 예전에는 헨리 앤 파트너스라는 엄청 큰 대형 로펌에서 이제 일을 하시다가 지금 이제 본인 사무실을 차리셨어요. 그래서 지금은 조금 더 이제 이민 쪽으로 전문화되게 이제 뭐 골든비자나 뭐 D7 이런 포르투갈의 이민 쪽으로 본인의 사무실을 차려서 전문적으로 일을 하고 계십니다. 오늘은 여러분께서 이제 많이 질문을 주시는 골든비자와 D7에 관련해서 저희가 Q&A를 이제 제가 질문을 드리면 변호사님이 답하시는 그런 시간을 가질 겁니다. 그래서 이제는 바로 Q&A로 넘어가 볼 텐데요. Are you ready to answer about a lot of questions about the Golden Visa and D7?
Well,
Are you ready?
I will try my best and shoot. Come on.
So, Christina, how long is the Portugal Golden Visa valid for?
Now, the Golden Visa, once it's granted, it continues to be valid as long as the respective holder maintains the requirements and renew the visa. For the period of the validity of each residency permit, it is 1 year initially, and then it's renewed for every 2 years.
And the second question, how long it will take to obtain your Golden Visa from the submission date?
Well, that's a difficult question because I am not able to guarantee what the government will do in terms of processing and granting the residency permit, but usually you should wait probably up to 9 months, 1 year, but depends on the processing time. At the moment it's more delay because of the pandemic, and so there's a big backlog of processes.
I see. Thank you. The next question, how often do applicants have to visit Portugal and renew the permit?
So the minimum time stay is 7 days, an average of 7 days per year. So the initial application is valid for 1 year, so the holder should go to Portugal at a minimum of 7 days. Each renewal it's for 2 years, and the minimum time is 14 days, which can be spent however the holder or the client wishes. He could do the 14 days in a row, or to visit Portugal whenever he wants for 2, 1 week or 3 days. Doesn't matter.
Okay. If I have 18 years older children, can I apply for the Golden Visa as a dependent?
Yes, family members, and namely, as you ask for older children, 18 or more years, have the possibility to apply under the family reunification regime. But there are 3 requirements to be able to apply. Is that the child or the older child is single, is not married, that he or she is a full-time student, and therefore is also financially dependent.
Okay, the next question. Are there any other administrative and practical considerations to think about in the Golden Visa process?
Besides the meeting or all the requirements, when you say administrative, I would think that the client will need to open a bank account in Portugal, will need to get a tax number, will be able, after the Golden Visa is granted, to apply for a national health number and a social security number in the case that the client decides to stay in Portugal and work in Portugal. So you will need to register at the social security.
And is it possible to use borrowed funds for the Golden Visa investment?
The answer is yes, as long as the borrow or the financing requested to the bank is above the minimum investment. So in other words, if the client wishes to purchase a house for the minimum of 280, or imagine 500,000, he will need to transfer the minimum amount, but he can finance above that minimum amount, the 280 or 500,000.
So have you had any Golden Visa applicants which have achieved a Portuguese passport?
Yes, I did, because as I mentioned in the beginning, I started working 2013, so while the clients obtained their first Golden Visa, most of them have achieved the 5 years, and therefore some of them, the ones who wanted, have applied for citizenship, so some of the clients have already obtained the citizenship. They have to have besides the 5 years minimum time of legal residency, they will need to learn Portuguese and have a A2 certificate of language besides the other documentation.
Okay, the next question it's about the Bitcoin, the cryptocurrency. Can applicants use cryptocurrency to buy a property for Golden Visa?
Well, to buy the property, the funds must be transferred from outside Portugal to the Portuguese bank account of the client. This means that the client may be able to use their cryptocurrency as long as they can show the bank the source of funds on that crypto. Meaning, for example, if the client start investing in crypto with 1,000, you will need to show that at this time you obtain 1 million, and it has to show that all the steps how you reach that amount. And if he is able to show that, he can use the crypto, of course, by then transferring, in this case, into euros and put it in his bank account in Portugal.
And the next question, what are the key benefits of the NHR tax regime?
NHR tax regime is, shall I say, most useful for those clients who wish to be resident in Portugal, first of all, and become tax resident in Portugal. Because to be eligible for NHR, they first need to register as tax residents. And once they do that, and if they have not been tax resident in Portugal in the last 5 years, they will be granted that regime. The benefit in that regime is the lower tax rates in their income, and then the tax rate will vary whether the income is from a foreign source, or from income generated in Portugal. But it's a tax benefit for those who are able to apply for NHR.
So finally, the Golden Visa question is all done, and we are going to move on the D7 visa.
D7.
Okay.